Hello and welcome to Base 10 Division. Woo woo. We have these two numbers right here, 132 divided by 6, and they have some specific names. Our big number, 132, is called our dividend. Our little number that we're making groups of, just 6, is called our divisor. So we need to set up this problem in base 10. I started with my little number 6, which is my divisor. So I have 6 little cubes in base 10, and I need to build 132 in the center to show the area. So we have to remember we have to work in groups of 6. So when we're talking about base 10, we have the little cubes that represent 1. We have the tens rod that represents 10. We have the hundreds flat that represents 100. We do need to build 132. It might be tempting to say, hey, look, here's a hundreds rod. That's 100 out of the 132, but I have a problem. You see, I'm working in groups of 6. And so each one of these little cubes have to have something that goes along with them. And I do not have 10 little cubes across. I don't have a tens rod down here. So that means I can't use this hundreds brick. So I'm gonna have to break up 132 in a different way. Now, that leaves me with my little ones cubes and my tens rod. I could take 132 little tiny bricks and fill up this area. You know what though? I'm kind of lazy. I do not want to count that many little tiny bricks. So I'm gonna think about it a different way. Again, I have to work in groups of 6, and I do have a tens rod. This might work. If I have 6 tens rods, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 groups of 10, that's 60. So 6 times 10 equals 60. And 60 is less than 132. I still have some room that I can build. So I have to ask myself again, what am I going to use? Am I going to use little cubes, tens rods, 100 flats? I know the flats are too big for this problem. I could continue with the little cubes, but I'm kind of lazy, so I don't want to use just little cubes. Let's see if we can do another group of 6 tens rods. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that means it would be another group of 6 tens. And we know that 6 times 10 is 60. So I have 2 60s there. I'd have to add them together. 60 plus 60. In my ones place, I have a 0. In my tens place, I have a 6 and a 6. I know 6 plus 6 is 12. So that's 2 tens and 1 group of 100, 120. I'm looking for 132. I'm at 120 right here in my area, so I'm not quite there. That means I have to make another choice. Is it gonna be little cubies or base 10 rods, tens rods? Man, I don't know though. Man, let's try this. If I make another group of 6 tens, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that 6 times 10 is 60. So if I take 120, which is where I was at, plus 60, in my ones place, I have 0 plus 0. In my tens place, I have 2 plus 6. And in my hundreds place, I have a 1. 190 is much bigger than 100. Did I mess up? I think I did. Let's try this again.
No,
6, 7, 8. It's 180, not 190. Oops.
You have to start over.
Is much smaller or much bigger than 132. So I know I can't do that. So that leaves me with my only choice, which are the ones cubes. So I can put a ones cubes for 6 groups. I'm back at my 120. I did 6 ones cubes. So that's 6 times 1. 6 times 1 equals 6. 120 plus 6 is 126. I'm still not at 132. Let's see if I can do another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that 6 times 1 is 6, 120, plus 6. I have 6 plus 6, which is 12. So 2 ones and 1 group of 10s. 1 plus 2 in the tens place is 3, and 1 in the 100s place is 1. 132. Ooh, check it out. I'm totally at my dividend, which is 132. So in the middle, I have 132, and I am trying to figure out what this missing side is. So I've built my problem. 132 is shown right here. The 6 is on this side, and I need to know what I could put here. I have 1 high and 10 long. So a 1 by 10. Ooh, that's a tens rod. I have another 1 high, 10 long, another tens rod. Ooh, I'm just following a pattern there. Then I have a 1 high, 1 long, 1 by 1, and a 1 high, 1 long, 1 by 1. I don't have any more groups up here. So I have found my missing side. I just need to calculate it now. A tens rod is worth 10. So there's a 10, here's a 10, and these are each worth 1. So when I add them together, 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 1, 2 is 22. So my quotient is 22. Yay!